the file system and then using the file system. So we are comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So what we will do now, we'll move to create an elastic IP. Okay, so we'll do this hands-on. Create an elastic IP. Okay. So where should be elastic IP? Let's go to
On the network security.
no. It should be in VPC actually. Just look for VPC on the console, web console.
Okay.
Just look for VPC, isolated cloud resources.
Yes.
Right. So that EIP also, elastic IP also, one independent resource actually. So it will be there in VPC. Just go to VPC dashboard. Right. Scroll. You see elastic IP here.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
here we'll click on elastic IP. And there is no elastic IP for us, right?
Right.
So what is elastic IP? It's unchanging, static, public IP. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's unchanging, right? So there might be some requirement where you don't want your IP address to be changing every time you restart your machine or something, right? So it should remain fixed, right? So you may go for elastic IP. So Amazon is offering us one elastic IP for free, but terms and conditions are there, right? It should be associated with one running instance. If you associate with a stopped instance or something, then you will be charged for that IP.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only situation where you will not be charged for this elastic IP is your instance must be running, right? And this elastic IP must be attached to the running instance, right? So if it is attached to interface which is in detached condition, if it is attached to instance where instance is stopped, if it is simply lying without attached to anything, so in all conditions you'll be charged, right? So the purpose is, right, to make proper use of the resource. No one should misuse that resource. So that's the purpose. So what we can do, we can allocate elastic IP. So one is free. If you take two, then for second one you have to pay. So one is free. You can we can take it, but we are shutting down our instances, right? So we'll use it, we'll take it, we'll attach it, we'll use it, and then we will detach it and release it. Okay. So let's quickly click on allocate elastic IP address. So it says Amazon's pool of IPv4 address, right? So what does it mean? Are there any other choices also? So it's not highlighted because as of now we are not having, right?
Okay.
But there are options. You see the grayed ones, yeah.
Yeah. They are grayed out for now.
So we don't have, we have not created any pool, customer owned pool of IPv4 address, option disabled because no customer owned pools found, public IPv4 address that you bring to your AWS account, option disabled because no pools found. So we have not created a pool of IP addresses. That's why it is not showing us. So say like, if any organization is having their own pool of IP addresses, so they can choose from their own set of IP addresses, right? So in this case, Amazon's pool of IPv4 addresses is fine for us. Simply click on allocate, right? And you see it is allocated. It is so quick. You see, you got one
Yeah.
IP. What is your series starting with? 3 only or something else?
Yeah, it's 3.18 only.
Oh, starting with 3. For you,
3, yeah,
Pradeep?
Now mine starting with 15.
15. Okay. See, so different IP addresses have come here. Right? So this elastic IP has been allocated. Now they will start charging. So before they start charging, we should associate this with our instance, right? So click on associate elastic IP. So this is selected and we click on associate elastic IP address. Simply click on associate elastic IP address. It says instance, you want to connect to instance, let it be. Now here you click, it will tell running instance, right? Now the private IP address with which to associate the elastic IP address. So now you see with that public IP, right, this static IP will be associated with internal private IP. So you can just click and choose private IP also. So it will become a pair, right? So this static IP will be paired to this private IP, which will be internal to our system, right?
So Harish, this private IP auto populating, right?
Yeah, automatically came.
Okay, so
Right.
that where is it coming from? This private IP, which is coming from our instance.
No, it is actually, you see, if you look at your instance, if you just say IP space A, so you see here, you have IP address 172.31.31.176. However, yeah, correct, the same thing.
Coming
You're
from
right.
instance. Okay.
So this is exactly the same thing, right? 172.31.31.176, 31.31.176, and you have no other option, you see.
So it is not like it is pulling some old IP, right? So it is taking the current IP when we are clicking on this.
This IP is like this IP address is actually private one, not the
Okay,
public
okay.
one. See, public
Okay,
IP
got
is
it.
different.
Right. Yeah.
Public IP is different,
Okay.
right? So
Yes.
this IP address, right? They are pulling from here, from
Okay.
our instance, right? And then
Okay.
giving us option. You want to map with that. So we chose yes. Okay, map it. So it will map with that one.
Okay.
And if you have multiple IP addresses configured in your machine, so like you have multiple, that Ethernet card, that ENI elastic network interface. So multiple options can come here, but we have only one, right? You see, we have only one there on our server.
Right.
So that's why only one came. So
Okay.
sometimes what happens practically, we may have 2-3 IP addresses. So
Yeah.
if you have 2-3, then all drop down will come. So then you can
Okay.
choose that with which you want to associate.
What is that command you Linux command? IP space?
I just said IP space A, IP address. That's it.
Space A.
Yeah, that is shortcut.
Okay, 172. Okay, let me cross verify that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's same thing only.
same
Correct.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you also have only one IP. This is loop back, and this is only one IP. So this one IP only came. Perfect. So now it says reassociation. Specify whether the elastic IP address can be reassociated with a different resource if it is already associated with a resource. Right? You see, what does it say? It's not valid for us as of now, but if it is, say like if this IP address is, because for us it is new, right? Just now we have allocated. So if it is older one, and if it gets assigned to this particular instance, right, then again, if we try to do this, that time this may be relevant. We can say that, okay, this needs to be reassociated, right? It must be pulled from the existing resource wherever it is allocated, and then should get reassociated with different instance. So that option can be useful, right?
Okay.
So here
Yeah,
we
okay.
simply click on associate. Okay, so we said associate, it says associated, and now you take a look at this public IP. Mine is 3.131.63.93. So I'll just go and see my instance. Go to services and go to EC2. And I go to running instance. Oh, the new one came, see? 3.131.63.93. And what does it say here? Elastic IP. Came, no?
Checking.
For you, yeah, just check for you also.
Yes, yes, Harish.
Came the here in place of elastic IP, some IP address has come, right? Subha?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. See here, private IP is shown in the left side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has come as whatever shown in the elastic.
Whatever is shown there, that has come and got assigned here, right?
Right.
Now, in your machine, right? Just try to do something. Just run some command, clear command or something. What happened?
Network connection gone.
Why?
Yeah, it is not
It
responding.
is not responding. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, network connection, network error.
Why?
Because of the change in IP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So IP of the server changed while we were connected to the server.
Right.
Right. So we could have disconnected before that, but it's okay. Right. So it has interrupted our session. Now we need this IP address to connect to our instance. So just use this IP address and connect to the instance. Let everything be same. Load it. Only the IP address changes. And I just save it. With the new IP address, I just open it. I say yes. And you see it got connected.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
My system is up for 6 hours and 40 minutes. 6 hours 40 minutes? No. Since 6 o'clock. Okay. 8. 6:40. Oh, you see, timestamp it is telling 6:40, and it is saying 6:40. It has taken from the new IP, Since it got new IP, since then it is showing that it is up and running since then. Usually what happens, uptime will show when the server was up, since when the server is up. Now what is happening is showing 6:41:13 and date it's showing us 6:41:22. Okay. This is UTC time actually. 6:41:36.
So seconds, right? 22:36.
Yeah, this one is second.
So it is up from 13 seconds. 6:41:13.
No, not date command. Uptime will show you the uptiming. This will be the uptime. 1 hour 14 minutes. This is fine only. This is it's showing as date.
Okay.
Current date and time. this is actually, you know, number of hours per which it is up and running. 1 hour and 14 minutes it is showing.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. 1 hour and 14 minutes it is up and running. Okay, so we are good with the Elastic IP.
Yes.
Okay, so what we should do now? We should disassociate
Yes.
and release, right?
Yes.
So, anyways, once we disassociate, this connection will go. So what we can do is we can exit now itself,
Yeah.
and then we can go to the console. We need to go to VPC. Go to VPC. There you choose the IP address, Elastic IPs. Select the Elastic IP. Go to Action menu. What does it say?
Release.
No, it will not release. You try.
Okay.
You try to release.
If
What does it
you
say?
release, they will no longer be allocated to your account.
Ah, you say okay, no problem.
Yeah, it got released.
Released.
Oh, released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now you check your instance. What happened to your instance?
Okay.
You
I
got
think
It's
another
not
IP?
there. It got released.
You got another IP
Yeah.
there?
Elastic IP. Public IP.
You got public IP? Something else?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay, good, good. So what I would do usually, so just see. So what I would do, I'd go here, come down, and I see disassociate Elastic IP address, right?
Okay.
But it's fine. You just have to release and disassociate at the same time. So you have done it and it has worked, right?
Yeah.
But what usually happens is you may disassociate, and maybe, yeah, if you are disassociating and if you want to associate with something else, then this can be useful, right? Or you can disassociate and you just see if you disassociate this like no Elastic IP address, you can disassociate it with another resource. The Elastic IP address remains allocated to your account, right? It will be allocated to me, however, it will be disassociated and I'll be charged on pro rata basis. So that's what they're telling. So I'll just choose disassociate. I'll just show you what happens. So you see, so I disassociated. Now I have associated instance ID, nothing in there, you see. Earlier
Yeah.
we had noticed something was there.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Okay. So associated instance ID not there. So this is there, but this is no allocated, however, not associated. So now release Elastic IP address. So it will say they will not will allocated to you. So I'll just say release. So now it is gone.
So basically, release is performing both
Both.
dissociation and
Correct.
releasing that IP, right?
Right,
But disassociate will keep the IP, but it will just dissociate from the instance.
Perfect. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that
But
is gone.
if we associate the IP, so nobody else can use that IP.
Yes.
Yeah, if I disassociate and keep it in my system, nobody else can take it. It will be in my name only.
Okay, but you still be charged also.
I will be charged. If I disassociate and keep it, I will be charged.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. So the we have some time. So what we will do is we'll discuss about couple of more topics, right? So we'll discuss about EC2 vertical scaling overview. right? So yeah, so we'll discuss this topic. EC2 vertical scaling, right? So, and then scaling for EBS storage also. So, what do you think? What is this vertical scaling? We discussed about vertical scaling and horizontal scaling, right? So, vertical scaling means, say like if you talk about scaling up, means when it comes to vertical scaling, it will be like terms would be like scaling up and scaling down. When it is horizontal, then scaling out, scaling in, right? So when it is scaling up, means adding resources to single instance. Scaling up means adding resources to single instance. Scaling down means removing resources from single instance. Got it? So vertical scaling deals with single instance. Vertical scaling up, vertically scaling up means adding resource to single instance. Vertically scaling down, so scaling up and scaling down will happen in case of vertical scaling. So when you say scaling down, means resources will be removed from the single instance. When it comes to horizontal scaling, right? So scaling out means adding more instances, more nodes to a system. That will be scaling out. Multiple nodes will be added, right? And when we say scaling in, right, that is removing nodes from a system. So you are removing the nodes, so it is becoming scaling inside. So that is horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Fine. So we are talking about EC2 vertical scaling here. So it means how can we resize? How can we make it bigger? How can we increase the resources, right, on a particular instance? So let me show you. I'll go to EC2 dashboard. So you don't have to go. I'll just give you a demo. Right? So I'll just show you. So you go to running instances, and there we will. What we will do is instance state. Let me stop. Okay. So let me stop the instance. Right. So for resizing, the option for vertical scaling, right? So it can be like we shut down the instance, right? And then we can add resources to it, right? So that is one option. There can be another option also for vertical scaling, right? So one option is, right, we can shut down the instance, right? And we can go to instance settings. You see, settings is there, right? Instance settings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it there for you? Please check.
Should we shut down the instance?
No, without shutting down.
Okay.
Settings is there.
Yes.
So you are
there.
getting all these options.
Yes.
Change instance type.
No, that is disabled.
So that's why I have stopped the instance. So once I stop the instance, under instance setting, I see option change instance type, right?
Yeah.
I just click on that, and here it is t2.micro. I can make it t2.large, correct? I can say apply. You see it became t2.large, right? So you don't make it, okay? You don't make it. It will not happen anyways. Your instances are running, right? So you will incur charges. So don't no, change it. So I will also keep it stopped only. So I will not be charged. Then I will not change it back. Just to show you, right? So you see, the instance was stopped, and then what I did, I went to instance state, and then instance settings. Then I clicked on change instance type. Then from micro, I have changed it to large. So is it a vertical scaling? Tell me. Hello.
No idea, Harish.
Yeah, so my instance was micro earlier, right? And now it became large, right? So there is a difference. Say like in micro and in large, there is a difference. You just go to instance, you just click on instance, launch instance, you just select anything. You see here T2 micro and T2 large.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. See, T2 micro only one vCPU and T2 large 2 vCPUs. You see?
Okay.
In T2 micro only 1 GB RAM and T2 large 8 GB of RAM. Correct? So is it vertical scaling?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Okay.
So vertical scaling up means, right, adding more resources to the single instance. So here to my instance, I have changed the instance type, and with that the number of CPU doubled, right, and number of RAM became 8 times, right? So I have resized my instance, right? I have scaled up my instance, right? I can say like that. Okay, so that is vertical scaling, right? So this is one option of doing vertical scaling manually for any of our EC2 instance. Say like you are running some server and now you realize that no, this is not enough, this much of vCPU and RAM. So you can vertically scale up your instance, right? Now what I will do, I'll just cancel this and just go to this. I'll just come here, I'll say instance settings, and I'll say instance type, and then it was T2 large. Again, I'll go to free tier, I'll make it T2 micro, and I'll say apply. So now it became T2 micro. So what happened? It is called
down
scaling down. Yeah, I have scaled down my instance because requirement is not there, right? So that much requirement is not there, so I made it, I have scaled down my instance. So due to no huge requirement, I scaled it up, right? And then I have no requirement, I have scaled it down. So what you have to do, simply you scale up and then start go to action, and you start with the new memory and CPU, it will start your instance. Easy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what other option we can have for increase that vertical scaling? We can launch new instance from the what image we are having, right? You see image, right? So we can simply go to image, we can simply say launch, and while launching, right, I will choose something else, whatever I wish, whatever is the need, right? So I'll say M5D extra large, and then I'll simply say configure instance details. Possible, right?
Yes.
So again, this instance, exactly same instance will be launched right? And then we'll have another instance, and then this instance is already running. Once my another instance is up and running, I will bring down this one and then change the IP address of the new one. The new machine will become the old machine, right? So that is also another way of achieving the vertical scaling for the EC2 instance. Making sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So apart from that, we have some other scaling for EBS. So how do we scale up EBS thing? We go to, let me cancel this. We come to EC2 dashboard, right? So here we'll go to volume. Okay. Now you see RHEL 1G is there, right? Correct?
Yes.
So say like 1G is in use, it is associated with my machine. So I want to do some scaling with this. So I just clicked on it. I went to action, right? What is the option? Modify volume, right? Pradeep, you remember while we were doing something else and we had clicked this modify volume, right?
Yeah, correct.
So if you click on modify volume,
Yeah.
you see here all these options.
Type, yes, correct.
While we were creating, we had seen all these options, right?
Right.
Now, as of now, it is GP2, right? And size is 1 GB. So I want to increase size to 5 GB and make it provisioned IOPS. I made it provisioned IOPS. Anyways, like it will not take less than 4 GB. It is not allowed. So 4 GB I have chosen. Now, maximum ratio of 50:1 is permitted between IOPS and volume size. So if my volume size is 4, right, then 50:1 means 4 into 50, so that will be 200. Correct now? Okay. So 200 it has taken. If I make it 201, it will not take. If I make it 199, it will take. Right? So maximum it can take is 200. Got it?
Okay.
IOPS must be between 100 and this. So if I make big, it says maximum ratio of 50:1 is permitted between IOPS and volume size. So I will say 200 and it is 4 and I will click on modify, right? So it will get changed. If I just want to continue to be GP2 only, instead of 1 GB, I make it 10 GB and I click on modify. So this will also happen. Are you sure you want to modify name, modify volume, this, make performance changes, take full effect like that, right? So this will happen. So I'm not making this because no, it will become more than the needed thing. So I will I'm not making it. So this is the option. Understood, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So this is called again EBS scaling.
Scaling. Okay.
Yeah. So we are scaling up. We can scale down. So scale down option is there. Scale down is not there for this one actually. See this root volume in there, right? So you go to this, you click on modify volume, and you just want to make it smaller or something. This will not happen. You just want some magnetic or something. So this is size cannot happen, cannot be reduced. You GP2, if you just say like 9, what does it say? The size of a volume can only be increased, not decreased. See? So that is the problem. So this is not allowed. Decrease is not allowed, but the only thing is you can increase it. Okay. So we discussed about EBS, vertical scaling, right? And scaling for EBS, EC2 vertical scaling and scaling for EBS storage. So we can do that. We can increase the size, but we cannot decrease. Performance we can increase, that IOPS is there, so that we can do. Right? So in next session only we'll discuss about cost optimization. So this will take some time, right? So better take this up tomorrow only, right? So after that we'll discuss about further things. Sure, we're good for today.
Yes.
Right. So yeah.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
No.
No, Harish.
All right. Okay. So
Okay.
fine. With this, we'll end today's session. So please take care, and again, happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you. Right.
Thank you, Harish.
Yeah.
Wish you guys happy Ganesh.
Sure,
Same
sure.
to you, Harish.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Please take care. Okay. Bye bye.
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 You can shut down the instance. You know.
Sure. Okay. Stop, right?
You can, yeah, you can stop the instance, and any additional volume or something is there, you can remove that also. Snapshot also
Okay.
can clear. So
Okay, volume has to be removed.
yeah, you just AMI also you remove. You have AMI, right? So go to action. You just deregister it, and then you will have snapshot, and you delete that.
So volume, we have to detach, right?
No, that AMI.
Okay.
1 GB volume is okay. That we can keep. This AMI you go
Okay.
and choose deregister. That will go, and then you come to snapshot and select that and delete. So that will be deleted. So volume we will have like only 10 and 1, right? So 11 GB only. That is okay.
Okay.
Elastic IP already we have removed, right?
Yeah.
And instances, if you go, mine is already stopped. So you can also just stop it. Instance state, stop.
Sure. Okay.
But Harish, I have removed the volume.
Which volume? 1 GB, right?
So not volume, sorry, AMI.
Okay.
Okay, so in the volume I could see two. One is 10 GB, one is 1 GB.
That is good. That is okay. Nothing to do with that. Snapshot you go.
Yeah, snapshot we have two. I have two.
Oh,
One is
snapshot
one.
you have two. Which
Yeah,
are
I think
what are the?
one 1 GB and 10 GB. I think 1 GB last week we